Hi everybody, my name is David. I'm a KOK-PLAY Frontier from the Genesis Group. I am giving you guys some KOK-PLAY news, and it has to do with Korea, okay? South Korea cryptocurrency regulation. I'm not going to lie, I don't exactly know how old this article is, but it seems like it was this year, okay? So here, cryptocurrency legal in South Korea. That's the question. Cryptocurrencies is not a legal tender. And cryptocurrency exchange is legal but must register with FSS. So exchanges are legal. And I would push for this. And yeah, I really hope and to some extent I believe that you might see exchange on maybe K Stadium one of these days or Coke Play because they plan on developing lots of different opportunities. And so if you're developing a digital world, right? You're going to have houses, you're going to have businesses where, they provide services. Uh, you're going to even see restaurants, fast food chains where you can actually just order, but then it'll link to the nearest fast food chain closest to your house where that fast food chain will take the order and send the food to your house. I mean, I see all this developing in the future. But anyway, let's look at this. Currently, South Korea cryptocurrency regulation means that crypto is not considered legal tender. Exchanges, while legal, are part of a closely monitored regulatory system. Cryptocurrency taxation in South Korea represents a gray area since they are considered neither currency nor financial assets. Cryptocurrency transactions are currently tax-free. However, the Ministry of Strategy and Finance has indicated that it is considering imposing a tax on income from crypto transactions and is planning to announce a taxation framework in 2022. And obviously people will prefer not to be taxed, but there's a benefit to this. Okay? Yeah, there would be. South Korea cryptocurrency regulation exchanges. Cryptocurrency exchange regulations in South Korea are strict and involve government registration and other measures overseen by the South Korean or by the South Korean Financial Supervisory Service. Although a rumor ban never materialized in 2017, the South Korean government prohibited the use of anonymous accounts in cryptocurrency trading and also banned local financial institutes from hosting trades of Bitcoin futures. In 2018, the Financial Services Commission imposed tighter reporting obligations on banks with accounts held by crypto exchanges. The new rules allow cryptocurrency trades only from real name bank accounts. In practice, this means that a trader must open a real name bank account at the same bank as their cryptocurrency's dealer in order to make a deposit or extract funds from their e-wallet. So if you want, let's say like Bithumb is a Korean exchange, and if you want to, trade cryptocurrencies on Bithumb, you're going to have to open a bank account and connect your bank account to that exchange. And so you could put money from your bank account there and also pull money out and put money into your bank account from the exchange. Both the bank and the dealer must check the trader's identity in keeping with traditional AML and CFT regulations and with structured transactions reporting requirements. In 2020, the South Korean government passed an amendment to the existing South Korea cryptocurrency regulation, extending mandatory AML CFT obligations to all South Korean exchanges, and introducing a requirement that firms obtain an operating license from the Financial Services Commission's Financial Intelligence Unit by the end of September 2021. Future cryptocurrency regulations in South Korea. And this is a key thing right here because we want to know what's going to happen. What other regulations are they going to add in the future? In addition to the proposed tax framework for cryptocurrencies, South Korea has indicated that it will continue to work to bring in the industry into alignment with the FATF's anti-money laundering policies. It is unclear if associated rules on age limits of local customers, access by foreign or anonymous traders to withdraw funds from e-wallet, or cash withdrawals will be relaxed, hardened, or amended by the new policies. South Korea will also implement an amendment to its Special Payment Act in March 2021, banning the use of privacy coins and on exchanges. Now, why is this important? This is really important because I've told you before in a previous video that the reason why the US dollar or the Korean won or the euro or Japanese yen or the yuan, the renminbi from China, like why do government currencies backed by governments have value where people, they will invest in currencies that they see are a safer financial hedge against maybe inflation or unpredicted, black swan events or whatever's going on. It's just a hedge to protect yourself. Well, governments, these nations, they make the rules and regulations for their nations. They have millions of people within the nation that are producing products and services that support the government, which backs the government, while the government has the power to make or change laws. On top of that, these governments oversee the nation's corporate companies as of, to collect taxes or regulate them, or, if you're communist, maybe take them. And also governments have a military, they have a police force, they have an actual force that will enforce their laws or to protect the government, to secure the safety of that government, right? And that's what makes the US dollar so strong, because they know America has the strongest military. Economically, there's a lot of holes in there, but because it is still the global reserve currency, it has the most influence, because they will weaponize the currency as well. And they have the strongest military, they have the most leverage, and that's why the US dollar, people will run to the dollar when there's some kind of disaster. Now, why is it that a lot of people, institutional investors, are afraid to invest into cryptocurrencies, especially like platforms, let's say even KOK-Coin, even though KOK-Coin has its fair share of investors, people, KOK-Play family who we stake in a KOK-Play or invest in the K Stadium. But this will bring in more institutional money if the government sets a good foundation of legal regulations where that institutional investors are not afraid that governments will change policies that could hurt their investment. And so you see, cryptocurrencies are a currency of its, platform, okay? Or, the digital world that is creating. And so, like KOK-Play, they have, I guess, I would imagine KOK-Play has some exclusive contents in there that you can't find anywhere else on other platforms or anywhere. And the only way you can have access to these exclusive contents is by purchasing KOK coins to then use them on the platform, so you can purchase contents or products and so forth, right? And so that's what brings intrinsic value to KOK coins. And once again, imagine each platform, this currency represents, like, each platform is its own country. But the problem is, it's a company, right? KOK-Play, all these other cryptocurrencies, they're crypto companies, put it that way. And So KOK-PLAY is under the umbrella of government. Now in this place, KOK-PLAY, is in the foundation of it is in Korea, but the corporation is registered in another country, right? Well, is it like in Singapore? And what does that tell you? That tells you that's what stops big institutional investors to wanting to invest in KOK-PLAY or other Coke company or not blockchain companies, because they know that governments haven't fully made their regulations yet to bring some stability into the market, to for them to say, okay, this is worth investing into or if it's not. But when South Korea sets the foundation on its regulations on the crypto space, the crypto industry, then it's going to set a solid foundation where it brings stability, and then it brings investors to see, which I believe it will make them see that it's worth investment, and you'll see more money coming into the space. And if South Korea is one of the first countries to set a good foundation in terms of regulations to ensure safety in this industry, then obviously, like KOK-PLAY, Medium, like these cryptocurrencies, obviously I would say is going to get attraction. And they get attraction, you're going to see more people, even institutional investors, but other people around the world that would want to join KOK-PLAY, stake into KOK-PLAY, but also use the coins for its utility cases on the platform. And also, KOK-PLAY is working on where there's more utility cases, not just on KOK-PLAY or K Stadium, but off the platforms, in your daily lives. And so that's how all of that will help. So I hope, you can understand and grasp that better. We need the regulations, even the tax regulations, all the other regulations, we need them to set a foundation, especially if you do it before the other countries, then you can attract the first initial investors. And, that'll bring more spotlight to KOK-PLAY. So to me, that's good news that they're working on it. The sooner they do it, the better. All right. And that way, rather good or not, it still sets a foundation, and then they'll learn where to tweak, change what they need to change for what's better for the overall industry, because it helps the economy in general. All right, everyone. Please take good physical care of yourself. Okay, eat healthy. Please take good mental and spiritual care of yourself. Remember, you have a lot of, in America, I know the shooting in Texas is horrible, but I think that was like the 20-something school shooting this year in America. Okay. And I don't know what the cause is. I didn't go into the details, but typically when you have school shootings, sure, some of them could be motivated through race or whatever, but a lot of shootings tends to be people who were hurt by their peers. Rather they were picked on or whatever their social circumstances were. And really, you think about it, hurt people, people who are hurt, they will hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Think about that. And so, yeah, I highly recommend that, you surround yourself with a good community and be nice to people, even the strangers, because you never know. You don't know what they're going through. And more importantly, we don't know what they might do. And so, we're living in a time and age where it's good to just be nice to people in general. Just be a good person. All right. Yeah. Everyone, love you guys. Praying for you in Jesus' name. Now's a good time to find God, because things look like they'll get worse before it gets better. So, inflation, this even at 6, right now we're at 8 point something percent. It could get worse. But, I would say we're going to have 6% inflation going through 2023, going through 2024, or it might start slowing down at the end of 24, or, yeah. inflation could start going down in 2025, and food shortages might continue through 2025 because it'll take time. It's not something that can be fixed in months. It's something that probably will take years to fix. It's just my opinion. All right, everyone, remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I just gave you some reasons why. Love you guys. God bless y'all. Oh, and Coke on.